Good day, everyone. Today, we will be discussing calculating drug doses, focusing on the metric system, prepared strength solutions, and most importantly, how we actually solve dosage problems step by step. So, here's the table of contents of what we will be discussing today. So, before going into formulas, we need to understand why drug calculations matter. Sa respiratory therapy, we administer medications that act directly on the lungs and airways. So, a small mistake in calculation, like a wrong unit or decimal, can lead to underdosing, overdosing, or serious harm. That's why calculations are not just math problems, they are clinical responsibilities. So, here we have the metric system. So all drug calculations use the metric system because it is standardized, universal, and based on powers of 10. This reduces confusion and helps prevent errors compared to household units. So what are the primary metric units? The metric system is built on three primary units. So we have meter for length, liter for volume, and gram for mass or weight. Sa drug calculations, we mainly focus on liters and grams because medications are measured by volume and weight. So bakit nga ba nagmamatter yung volume and weight? Volume tells us how much liquid we are giving, usually in milliliters, whereas weight tells us how much actual drug is present usually in milligrams or micrograms. So kapag na-confuse natin tong dalawa, um, is magiging medication error siya. So we also have metric prefixes. Metric prefixes tell us the size of the unit. For example, milli for 1,000 and micro for 1 million. So so kapag na-mix up din natin siya, for example, milligram and gram, it can cause serious overdosing. That's why important talaga yung pag-check ng unit. So next, prepared strength solutions. So sabi dito, prepared strength drugs are medications available in a fixed concentration. So, ayun nga, prepared strength solutions are medications that already have a known concentration prepared by the manufacturer. So, ibig sabihin, yung drug na mix na siya dati. So, ang job na lang natin is to calculate how much volume ang kailangan i-administer. So, sa prepared strength solutions, meron tayong examples tulad ng tablets and capsules, milligram per tablet, liquid medications, milligram or ml, and injectable and nebulous solutions. So, these calculations determine how much of the preparation is needed to give the ordered dose. So, bakit nga ba natin ginagamit yung proportion? So, yung proportion method. So, ginagamit natin yung proportion method because it is systematic and logical. Tinutulungan nito tayo na i-compare kung ano yung available to what is ordered while kinikip yung units balanced. So, ito yan. So, tulad ng sinabi ko, the proportion method is the most reliable and error-free approach. So, a proportion always compares to ratios. So, kung ano yung meron tayo, ito, which is the original dose, and kung ano yung kailangan natin, which is the desired dose. So, ang steps natin ay i-convert mo na lahat ng measurements to the same unit tapos mag-set up ng proportion. So, this method ensures accuracy, especially in clinical settings. Okay, wait lang. So here we have an example. So sabi dito, you have tablets of a drug, each 250 milligrams in strength. If the patient patient needs 0.5 grams of the drug, how many tablets should be administered? So first, ilalagay mo muna yung given para hindi ka malito. So, we have the original drug dose which is 250 milligrams. Tapos yung per amount natin which is the denominator. So, per tablet. So, that means 1 tablet yan. Next is the desired drug dose which is 0.5 grams. So, since grams siya, kailangan natin i-convert yan into milligrams. Pwede namang i-convert into yung 250 milligrams into grams, pero mas better if i-convert natin yung grams to grams. So, ang 0.5 grams to milligrams is 500 milligrams. And then yung per amount niya is unknown kasi yun yung tinatanong sa example. So, ang gagawin natin is isa-set natin yung proportion. So, 250 milligrams, ayan, over 1 tablet is equal to 500 milligram over unknown tab. Tapos, ika-cross multiply natin yan. Cross multiply. Bale, ang mangyayari, 250 times x, which is the unknown, over, is equal to 500 times 1 tab. So, para ma-isolate natin yung x, i-divide natin both into 250. So, 250x divided by 250, cancel yung dalawang 250, magiging x tab siya, is equal to 500 times 1 is 500 over 250 is, ayan, so magiging x is equal to 2 tablets. So the answer is, ang amount required is 2 tablets. Next naman, drug amounts in units. So some drugs are measured in units instead of milligrams because their effect depends on biological activity. Even though the unit is different, the solving process is exactly the same. So, ang common examples natin ay sa insulin, heparin, and penicillin. So, it says here that there is no universal conversion between units and metric weight. Each drug has its own standardized unit definition. So, we have an example here. A brand of sodium heparin is available as 1,000 unit per milliliter. How many milliliters do you need for 500 units of the drug? So again, we set up the proportion. So 1,000 units is to 1 milliliter. And yung 500 units naman is to unknown milliliter. So, ulit natin, i-cross multiply ulit natin. So, 1,000 times x is 1,000x. 1,000 units times x milliliter is 1,000x. Tapos, 500 times 1 is 500. Para ma-isolate ulit yung x, we need to divide it both by 1,000. So, cancel ito. So, bababa yung x ml. Tapos, equal to 500 divided by 1,000 is equal to 0.5 ml. So, ayan, the amount required for 500 units given the prepared strength liquid is 0.5 ml. So next, dosage schedule calculations. Dosage schedule are used because patients vary in size and weight. Weight-based dosing ensures the medication is safe and effective for each individual patient. So, ang common expressions na ginagamit sa dosage schedule calculations is milligram over kilogram and milliliter over kilogram. So, ginagamit frequently itong dosage schedule calculation sa pediatrics, neonatal care, and critical care settings. So, example. Using a schedule of 0.1 milligrams over kilograms for for albuterol syrup and a prepared strength mixture of 2 mg over 5 milliliter. How much of the syrup is needed for a 20 kg child? So, this problem has two steps. So, yung una, kailangan natin i-calculate yung total dose needed. And yung second, i-calculate natin kung ilang volume yung kino-contain ng dose na yun. Ayan. So, ang dose natin is 0.1 milligram over kilogram times 20 kilogram. So, pag tinimes mo yan, ang sagot dyan is 2 milligrams. Or pwede mo rin siyang i-cross multiply. So, itong 0.1 milligram over kilogram, ang ang matic niyan is 1 kilogram lang yung denominator. Bale, 0.1 milligram over 1 kilogram is equal to unknown over 20 kilograms. Tapos cross multiply. So, x is equal to 0.1 milligram times 20 kilograms. So, ganyan. So, ang magiging sagot ay 2 milligrams. Tapos yung next naman, ika-calculate natin yung amount of the preparation. So, gagamitin natin yung prepared strength. So, ang proportion niyan is 2 milligrams over 5 milliliters. Saan galing yung 5 ml dito sa given? So, 2 milligrams over 5 milliliters is equal to 2 milligrams ito over x milliliter. So, again, cross-multiply. 2x, 2x is equal to 5 times 2, 10. So, divide natin both by 2 para ma-isolate yung x. So, yung x ml is equal to 5 milliliters. Ayan. So, the answer is, this 20 kilogram child needs 5 ml of albuterol syrup. So, pag i-combine natin lahat ng diniscuss ko, una, the metric system ensures standardization. Number 2, proportions provide structure. Number 3, dosage schedules individualized treatment. Tapos lahat ng step na to, they work together to prevent medication errors. So to conclude my part, calculating drug doses is not just about numbers. It requires understanding bakit natin siya need i-calculate, paano natin siya i-calculate, and ano yung nire-represent ng each unit. So to discuss the next part po, may I call Denmark Aligam.
Now, start na po tayo sa may calculating doses from person stage strength solutions. Dito, when we calculate doses from percentage strength solutions in a clinical practice, particularly for respiratory therapists preparing aerosolized medications, accurate doses calculations from person strength solution is essential for safe and effective care. A solution is isa siyang uniform mixture of a solute, active drug, or ingredient na nagdi-dissolve sa solvent, typically liquid. Percentage strength quantifies the proportion of solute in a total solution. It represents the number of parts of solute contained in a 100 parts of the entire mixture. Dito, makikita natin dito yung foundation formula ng nandito. Percent strength in decimals equals to solute in grams or cubic centimeters over total amount of solute and solvent. By converting percentage values to decimals, clinicians can easily solve for either the required solute amount or total solution volume of delivered correct dose. Nandito tayo ngayon sa may types of percentage preparations. Weight to weight, weight to volume, and volume to volume. When we say weight to weight, percent in weight expresses the number of grams of a drug or active ingredients in a 100 grams of a mixture. Ang ano dito, ginagamit to for a solid na nami-mix sa solid or solid na minimix sa semi-liquid bases like creams. For example din is a 2% of weight-to-weight ointment has a 2 grams of drug in every 100 grams of ointment. Next, weight to volume. Percent may be expressed as the number of grams or of a drug or active ingredient in a 100 ml of a mixture. Dito naman, most common to na ginagamit sa liquid like syrups or IV solutions or intravenous solutions. For example, if a drug is labeled as 500% weight to volume, ang ibig sabihin lang nun is yung 5 grams of a drug is nadi-dissolve in every 100 milliliters of liquid. Next, volume to volume naman tayo. Percent volume in volume expresses the number of milliliters of a drug or active ingredient in a 100 milliliters of a mixture. Ginagamit to sa pagmix ng liquid to liquid, like rubbing alcohol, that is 70% volume to volume. That's 70 milliliters of pure alcohol in every 100 ml of solution. So, nandyan niya yan. Yan na yung buong description niyan. Next, punta naman tayo sa solution by ratio. Dito, have you ever looked na like nakakita na ba kayo ng bote ng medicine or a cleaning solution or even a cooking ingredient na may nakalagay doon na 2% weight to weight or 70% volume to volume? Kung anong ibig sabihin nun? Whether you're in a healthcare worker preparing a dose, a lab tech mixing reagents, or just someone who wants to use products safely, understanding how we describe the strength of solutions is essential. This is where the solution by ratio comes in. These standardized expressions aren't just random numbers. They are universal language that tell us exactly how much active ingredients is present in a given amount of mixture. By defining the concentrations through clear weight or volume ratios, we ensure consistency, accuracy, and safety every time we or measure or mix or use a solution. Andito, solutions by ratio. In our respiratory care and pharmacology, medications are often prepared in specific concentrations to ensure accurate dosing during aerosol therapy, nebulization, or IPPB treatments. One common way to express these concentrations is through solution ratios. Ratio by grams to milliliters, which is the percent strength of equals to grams of solute over milliliters of solution times 100. And yung other one naman is yung ratio by simple parts. It's the 1 to 8. Dito, makikita natin kung anong mas ginagamit dapat sa hospital and bakit siya yung ginagamit and hindi yung isa. Now, para maintindihan natin, we'll go na sa may computation. Ito. Andito, ratio by grams to milliliters. Percent strength equals to grams of solute over milliliters of solution times 100. Ito yung problem. A medication order indicates 1 to 4 epinephrine. What is the percent strength of this solution? Again, ulitin ko. Pwede ko ayusin lang ulit. A medication order indicates 1 grams of drug in a 400 ml epinephrine. What is the percent strength of this solution? So, pag-identify natin yung solute, it's yung 1 gram, and solvent is yung 400 millimeters. Now, ang gagawin natin naman is substitution na tayo. So, percent strength equals to 1 gram over 400 milliliters times 100. Yan. So, ang next step naman natin dito is i-divide natin si 1 grams kay 400 ml, which will lalabas as 0.0025. Then, ita-times natin siya by 100 na magka-come up ng 0.25%. So, ang percent strength ng solution na to, which is yung 1 gram of a drug in a 400 milliliters of epinephrine is 0.25%. Next, another example. A respiratory therapist prepare a mixture of containing 2 grams of drug in a 500 milliliters of solution. What is the percent solutions? Now, para hindi tayo malito, i-identify muna natin yung given. Ayan. 2 grams ng solute and solvent of 500 milliliters. Next, substitution. Percent is equals to 2 grams over 500 milliliters times 100. Next, yan na. I-divide natin yung 2 sa 500 which come up to 0.004 times 100 equals to 0.04%. Yan yung percent solution natin, yung strength. Next, ayan. Ito naman yung isa, ratio by simple parts. Ito, hindi siya parang wala siyang solution. So, I'll give na lang ng parang example. As you can see, babasahin natin to. Think of it like making a lemonade. 1 to 8 means one splash of lemon juice to 8 splashes of water. Splash is just a generic part. Hindi siya yung net size. It could be tiny splash, like 1/4 cubic centimeter of juice, plus 8 tiny splashes of 2 cubic centimeter of water, or 1 big splash, 1/2 cubic centimeter juice, plus 8 big splashes of 4 cubic centimeter of water. Dito, pinapakita niya na yung mix na proportion is hindi niya pinapakita yung kung magkano talaga or how much the actually is being poured. You need extra details to know what's the real doses of these juices are. So dito malalaman natin kung ano ang talagang ginagamit dapat natin sa hospital, which is yung ratio by grams to millimeters. Kasi dito, naka-indicate dito yung exact na amount ng bawat solutions or solutes. Ganun. While dito sa ratio by simple parts, walang exact na amount na pinapakita. Next topic. It's solving percentage. Solving percentage strength solution for problem solutions. Understanding how to read concentration levels is one thing, but being able to calculate the exact amount of drug or mixture you need is where this knowledge. Understanding how to read concentration labels is one thing, but being able to calculate the exact amount of drug or mixture you need is where this knowledge becomes very useful. Whether you're preparing a patient's conditions, mixing a lab solution, or even just seeing a receipt. Percentage strength problems are at the heart of getting the job done right. A small miscalculation could lead to a big difference between an effective treatment and one that's too weak or worse, too strong. The good news is that all percentage strength problems follow some basic logic. No matter if you're working with solids, liquids, or both, by mastering a simple formula and applying it to the 3 standard concentration expressions we learned earlier, you can solve any problems quickly and accurately. Now, andito yung tatlong formula. Yung undiluted active ingredients percent strength in decimal equals to amount of solute grams or cubic centimeters over total amount of solution grams or cubic centimeters. Next naman yung ratio format version of first equation is yung amount of solute over total amount equals to amount of solute over 100 parts grams or cubic centimeters. Next, yung last, yung diluted active ingredients percent strength in decimal equals to dilute solutions times percent strength of solute over total amount of solution. Now, may problems ako for undiluted active ingredients. Ayan. Andyan din ulit yung formula sa taas para hindi tayo malito. Next. Ito yung problem. Undiluted active ingredients. How many milligrams of active ingredients are there in 2 cubic centimeters of 1 to 200 isopropanol? Now, hanapin natin yung given. Yung percent strength, na-discuss natin to kanina, kung paano natin siya makukuha, which is yung grams over the yung 1/200 times 100. Yun. Then yung total amount ng solution naman is yung 2 cubic centimeter. Tapos ang hinahanap natin dito is yung active ingredient. So yan yung magiging X natin. Ayan. Next, after natin nalaman yung given, magsasubstitute na tayo. So ang mangyayari is 0.0025 equals X over 2. Ayan. Pero, ang gagawin dito is magko-cross multiplication tayo para mapunta si 2 sa kabila. Ayan. After that, ang mangyayari is 0.005 itimes natin sa 2, then ang 1 itimes natin sa x, which magiging ganyan. X equals to 0.005 times 2. So, ang magiging total niyan is 0.01 grams. Or, para ma-convert natin siya as 10 milligrams, ita-times lang natin siya by 1,000. Ayan yung formula for undiluted active ingredients. Ulitin natin. 0.05 equals to x over 2. Now, magka-cross multiplication tayo. 0.05 over 1 equals to x over 2. Mag-cross multiplication na, which results to x equals to 0.5 times 2. Now, ang result is x equals to 0.01 grams or 10 milligrams. Next, for diluted active ingredients, percent strength in decimal. Ayan yung formula sa taas, para hindi ulit tayo malito. Next, ito yung formula. Diluted active ingredients, how much 20% acetylcysteine is needed to prepare 5 cubic centimeters of 10% acetylcysteine. Given, ayan, identify natin siya. So, yung percent strength in decimals is yung 10% acetylcysteine, which is mako-convert as 0.10%, 0.10. Next, yung total amount of solution, it's yung 5 cubic centimeter. Next, yung percent strength of solute, yung active ingredient, which is yung 20% na mako-convert natin as a decimal. So, magiging 0.20. And ang hinahanap natin dito is yung dilute solution. Ayan, tama. 0.10, then 5 cubic centimeter, and the 0.20. After that, mag-substitution na tayo. Ayan, 0.10 equals to x times 0.20 over 5 cubic centimeters. Ang mangyayari dyan, katulad lang nung kanina, mag-cross multiplication tayo. So, lalagyan natin ng 1 yung denominator ni 0.10. Ayan. After that, magko-cross multiplication na tayo. Maging 0.5 0.10 times 5. Yan yung 1 dun sa kabila. Ayan yung kakalabasan niya. 0.10 by 5 equals to 0.50 equals to 0.20x. As you can see, hindi pa rin natin nahihiwalay si 0.20 kay x. So, ang gagawin natin is i-divide natin siya by their coefficient, which is 0.20. So, both silang dalawa, lalagyan natin ng denominator na 20. Ayan. O, ganyan. 0.50 over 0.20 equals to 0.20x over 0.20. After this, magka-cancel tayo. Yan. Kakancel natin yung dalawa dito sa kabila. After yan, makikita na, nahiwalay na natin yung x. So, i-divide na natin si 0.50 over 0.20, which is yung magiging result is 2.5 equals to x. Ayan yung result niya. Ulit, from the start, i-identify given natin. Ayan. Then yung substitution, then cross multiplication, then mag-ano tayo ng coefficient niya, which is 0.20. Then, i-divide natin si 0.50 over 0.20, which will result as 2.5 yung dilute solution. For the next topic naman po, may I call
Good day, everyone. I'll be discussing about percentage strength in milligrams per milliliter. The basic definition of percentage strength in solution involves grams or milliliters. However, the amount of active ingredient is most nebulized drug solution is in milligrams. It percentage strength in terms of milligrams per single milliliters using a 1% strength reference point. Recall that 1% strength is 1 grams per 100 milliliter using equation 1 for percentage strength. You have so first, we need to convert percentage into decimal po. Then, 1 gram divided by 100 ml. Next slide. So other example, for 1 ml of 1% strength solution, you will have, so first muna po is i-convert po natin yung percentage into decimal. Then, yung 1xg po dyan, since walang nakalagay na gram sa question, kaya nilagay na lang po yung x dyan. Divided by 1 ml po. Next. So the answer is 0.01 grams. Next. Then 0.01 grams times 100 milligrams per milliliters equals to 10 because you have 10 milligrams per milliliter in a 1% solution, the 1% strength is an easily learned reference point. Next po. This is the reference points. Drug amounts in milligrams per milliliter for common percentage strength. 20 is 200, 10 is 100, 5 is 50, 1 is 10, 0.5 is 5, 0.1 is 1, and 0.05 is 0.5. Next. You can convert from gram to percent strength to milligrams per milliliter by simply moving the decimal point. No math is needed. Or mathematically multiply the amount of grams by 1000 to achieve milligrams. 0.001 grams times 10001 milligrams. This math works for any drugs expressed as grams, percent strength, or milligrams per milliliter using the preceding example. 1 gram equals to 0.1% equals to 1 milligrams per milliliter. Next. Move the decimal point place to the right to convert from grams to percent strength. From a percent strength, move the decimal one place to the right to convert the milligrams per milliliter. This can be reversed. 50 milligram per milliliter equals to 5% equals to 0.05. If you begin with milligrams per milliliter, move the decimal point one place to the left to convert the percent strength. From a percent strength, move the decimal point to place to the left to convert to grams. So, doon sa unang example po is gram into milligram into milligram per milliliter. Then yung second is milligram per milliliter into gram po. Next. Next po. So the next topic is diluent and drug doses. A common misconception persists that the amount of diluent added to a liquid drug to be aerolized by nebulization is intended to weaken the dose of strength delivered to the patient. The amount of diluent affects the time of required to nebulize a given solution, but not amount of active ingredients in a nebulizer reservoir. Whether it is diluted with 2 cc or 10 cc of normal saline, 2 cc of a 1% drug solution has the same amount of 5 milligrams of active ingredients. Practically dictates that 2.5 cc of solution nebulized in a reasonable time limit of 10 minutes or so, whereas 10 cc may take much longer. The diluent also is needed because disposable nebulizer cannot create an aerosol with less than approximately 1 milliliter of solution in the reservoir, the dead volume. Theoretically, given a suitable nebulizing device, there is no reason that the original Original is 0.5 cc of 1% drug could not be nebulized and undiluted to deliver the dose of 5 milligrams. The amount of the active ingredients determined by the percentage strength and quantity in cubic centimeters of the drug gives a dose amount, although technically the percentage strength of the resulting solution in the reservoir is weaker. The dose remains unchanged at 5 milligrams. It is the dose in milligrams that should be considered to be clinician. Next, additional example. Number one. How many milligrams of active ingredients are in 3 cc of a 2% solution of procaine HCl solution? Use the percentage formula equation 1 pure strength ingredient. Percentage strength in decimal equals to solute divided by total amount. Next po. First, yung unahin po muna natin convert yung percentage into decimal and substitute the known values. 0.02 equals to xg divided by 3cc. 0.02 times 3cc equals to xg. And then, xg equals to 0.06 po ang sagot. In milligrams, 0.06 times 1,000 milligrams per milliliter equals to 60 milligrams po. Thank you po.